So I asked ChatGPT-4 to turn this anatometric line drawing from SketchUp into a maquette render, and this is what it gave me. Yup, that was my first thought too. ChatGPT-4o just launched with a major image generation update, and it's a massive leap forward. What used to feel like one of the least reliable AI image tools has suddenly become genuinely impressive, powerful enough to make us pause and ask, is this changing architectural visualization forever? In this video, I quickly want to cover some realistic examples of what this new image generator can do that normally it would take an architect a couple of hours or days to do. And finally, try to respond to the question if this is going to take our jobs and what should we actually do about it. So I'll take this anatometric diagram of my building, import it into ChatGPT, and write, make an aerial render, take into account that the parts in blue are windows and the rest of the building material is concrete. On the roofs of the buildings, there is a subtle plant vegetation and the building is located in the middle of a dense urban neighborhood. Oh, please and thank you. Don't forget. So within less than a minute, this was the result I got. So as you can see, although it's very far away from the results that I got from the actual render, it's still impressive considering that I haven't used any rendering engine at all, and all of it just from the 3D model. Now in this image, I didn't have any input of the context, so I tried its best, but as far as the actual building geometry, it remained more or less consistent, or at least got the general idea of the building. In this image, also, we can see that the glass color, it understood that it also had to be part of the render. And for the low plant vegetation, it just seemed to create a subtle grass over everything. Plus add this interesting grass plaza, which was not in the original design, but doesn't look bad at all. Now, when I prompted and tried to correct it by saying to add a bit more activity to the urban life, add office buildings as the context, trees around the buildings, and clear windows instead of blue ones, it prompted me this image. And yeah, this one didn't really work. And honestly, I felt a bit relieved. It turns out we still got some time before it catches up. And this was the base line drawing that I sent. This was the result that I got from ChatGPT. And this is the render that I created a while ago using Lumion. Obviously, Lumion is still far more precise, of course, but it does make you wonder, how long will that gap last? What will happen when the results from both renders is not that far apart? Now, using this same building, I sent a diagram of a section facade detail and said, create a hand model maquette image where the maquette is made of wood, the human figures are 3D printed, and the background is white. It only has one key light shining onto it. And within a few seconds, GPT gave me this, which has some mistakes like including an actual hand, which was probably my mistake for including it in the prompt. The windows are also of wood, and it also added a stair onto the design, which was not bad at all. So I sent the second prompt to remove the hand, also the parts that seemed like glass to make them actual glass material, and to include a white base beneath. And the second output I received from GPT was incredible. I mean, sure, there were still some little flaws here and there, but only from this diagram alone, I was able to understand the basic geometry of my building, and the result was good, but it wasn't perfect. So I prompted it a third and final time, asking for the stair to be removed, for the key light to be similar from that of a photography studio, and also for it to be more in an anatometric view rather than a perspective view. And this was the final image that it sent me, which overall, it was pretty good. There are some structural elements it didn't get right, as well as the first floor being completely different. But the lighting and overall feel, I think it pretty much nailed it. Now, this is the base diagram I sent it, this was the result, and this was an actual render I created in V-Ray in SketchUp a while back. If we compare, the V-Ray result is still way much better and precise than the ChatGPT one, but it's incredible this came together in under a minute. It doesn't replace a full render by any means, but it shows just how much faster the ideation stage can become. Trying to create these styles of renders without minimum input is not something new, and I had touched upon it in a bit when seeing the capabilities of Stable Diffusion and how offices like MVRDV were using line drawings with some render IDs to get more precise outputs. The big difference now is that the workflow is very straightforward and requires little to no learning curve. It's just you input your image, give the instructions, and you get your image. Before tools like GPT-4o, creating these kinds of images meant diving into more complex setups, like for example, stable diffusion. That meant configuring your own server, managing GPU settings, understanding prompt structure, and even then, results can be unpredictable. Now let's do a reality check. Although for some, seeing this at play can feel very exciting, I know that for others, or the big majority, it can feel a little bit scary. But there are still some imprecisions and lack of consistency that are deal breakers when it comes to using this in your day-to-day. So for example, I sent an extra perspective line drawing this time over to Chat GPT and prompted it to turn it into a night render. And although it did an interesting job and it got some things right of the instructions, the general proportions were off by a lot. The building, although it still had 6 floors, seemed stretched vertically, and instead of a photography, it gave me more of an illustration, so not usable at all. Later on, I gave ChatGPT this image, a night render that many of you might remember that I created a while ago in Lumion, and in which you can see a tutorial of right here. So I prompted ChatGPT to turn this image into a day render, maintaining all of the geometry and figures, just changing the time of day. And although it did its best, and I loved the context, how it kept the tree composition, the people, the cars, the direction of the light, and even the lamppost, but the building, it was completely off, like a totally different project. What it did do, though, was give me a good idea of how I can create a good day render with the same perspective. So I would go into Lumion after this and try to replicate the same lighting, maintaining the composition. And that is just how I want AI to help me. So a good render still needs your artistic judgment, your critical thinking, and you can't rely on it to do all the work. Your design intent still matters. And although there's a lot of hype currently around this new image generation technology within ChatGPT, at least within architecture, there are many things that are not quite there yet and will require much more work to achieve results that are comparable to the ones of an architect. The uncomfortable truth. Now let's get into more uncomfortable topics, if you will. Until now, it's just been my input into ChatGPT and there's a new result and nothing else. Seems harmless on the surface, right? Well, what happens ethically when your main goal is to turn your current renders or photographs into a style that was established by a specific artist or team, but without the actual work of understanding what that process implies? And yes, I'm talking about the Studio Ghibli images that went viral last week. From something as harmless as your selfie to big brands and architects transforming a normal image into an exact replica of someone's style. And no, I'm not here to play the judge on what you can or can't do. This is entirely up to each of you, but I do want to pose a question. Who owns the result? Who owns the style? Comment down below if you have an interesting answer for this. When we're designing, we grab inspiration from different places, buildings, movies, memories, etc., and try to join them to design and create something new. But when we prompt ChatGPT to create an image in the style of a well-known artist or studio, it's pulling from a massive data set that includes thousands of references, many of which reflect the work of real people, often without them knowing or being credited. Similar to what happened here when I inserted my Lumion render and asked for a Studio Ghibli type image, you can see that the result was really good. You know, the building details were precise and the composition was also similar to the original composition. But by doing this, I added my Studio Ghibli style image into the vast sea of images that were generated by thousands of other users. And I imagine that when you started to see all of these images on your social media, by probably the third day, there wasn't anything special or new to it, right? Probably you scrolled by it and said, oh look, another Studio Ghibli image. Not surprising. So it's probably not the kind of thing you'd use to stand out professionally over your peers, being that it's so accessible and easy to achieve. There are big questions we can't fully answer here in this video, but they matter. And as architects, we should be part of the conversation, not just using the tools, but helping shape how they're used. Okay, so is this taking our jobs? Well, the truth is that with this ChatGPT update and all the ones that are coming in the next few months and years, it will change the way we work and execute our jobs. But AI is not designing, it's remixing. It still doesn't have intent, vision, or process. That's still our job as architects. We're not just creating images, we're communicating ideas and solving problems. So what should you do? First of all, don't panic. I wanted to make this video in a way that you can realistically see what's going on and how we might apply it to architecture. What we can all do is learn how to use all these tools in the best way possible while we continue developing our own voice, staying creative, and using these tools in an ethically transparent manner. So yeah, this technology is wild and it's only going to get better, but that doesn't mean we throw out the fundamentals or the craft. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this. Do you see yourself using AI, ChatGPT-4o in your process? Are you excited, concerned, curious? Drop a comment down below. I'll be in there replying as much as possible and would love to start a conversation about where all of this is heading. And if you want to support the channel and get some beautiful human-made resources, emphasis on human-made, while you're at it, you can download them directly from our website. Some are for free completely, and some come at a very accessible price for architects and architecture students. If you want to check out how an office like MVRDV is using AI in their own workflow, I recommend you check out this video where there's a complete breakdown of their process. Now, what other AI videos would you like to see? Comment down below. And that's it for this video. See you in the next video. Bye.